Hello, Asham here, and welcome back to some more Higurashi When They Cry. Yeah, that was weird. Let's continue.
あったあった。よっこらしょっと。
Kasai laughed again.
何か面白いこと私した？
いえいえ。よっこらしょなんていう若くない言葉遣いがどことなくミオンさんに似ておられたもので。
Well, obviously. Mion and I are identical twins. We're perfect copies of each other. When I react to something, so will Mion. When Mion reacts to something in a certain situation, I'll react the same way. No, you won't.
お姉は元気？
多分元気かと。私も親族会議の席に親父さんをお連れするときに少しすれ違う程度ですし。
そっか。お姉はもう実家じゃないんだったね。ひなみ沢のばあさんのとこだっけ？
シオンさんが学園に入られるのと一緒の時期に園崎本家に移られました。
I responded with disinterest, even though I was for one to ask about her in the first place. The main house is where Oryo, the current leader of the Sonozaki family, lives. That's my grandma, who I call a hag. But when we use the phrase the main house, that usually means more than just a dwelling. What Kasaya refers to as the same thing.
少しは変わった？
ミオンさんがですか？
そう。あのばあさんと朝から晩まで顔を合わせてりゃ少しは変わるでしょ。
Kasaya chuckled yet again. He knows I hate my grandma.
私が見る限り変わったようには感じません。シオンさんの知っているミオンさんのままですよ。
私はどう？私は変わった？
いいえ、全然。
Kasaya responds quickly with a smirk. Haven't seen him for a while, though. It's not fun if he answers this quickly. I glared at him, and then he burst out laughing.
全然変わっておられませんよ。あれだけのお嬢様学校に入られたのに、全く変わらないというのは驚くに値します。
チェー。好きなだけ笑ってろ。私は寝るよ、寝る。
後ろの席に毛布がありますよ。使ってください。
うん、ありがとう。
Is this the bodyguard guy, I wonder? I grabbed the blanket and rolled up in it. I'm exhausted, but I can't go to sleep. It's strange. Or maybe not. I must be tired from the escape. It's just that I'm still feeling tense. So I have to declare it once again, if only to calm myself.
寝る。私は寝るよ。
はいはい、さっきからもう3回目です。それとも私が許可しないと寝れないんですか？
今日のあんたは喋りすぎ。あんたが少し黙っててくんないと眠気も引っ込んじゃう。
失礼しました、姫君。ではしばらく黙らせてもらいます。
This interaction with Kasai reminded me of the old peaceful days in Nokonomiya. Well, I don't really know if I can call those days peaceful. We were in the middle of a dam protest back then, after all. We all united together. Now that I think about it, we pulled a lot of pretty dangerous stunts. If the authorities ever found out what I did, I'd never escape going to juvie. Well, at least half the people in Hinamizawa would be off to prison. We didn't think of them as criminal acts, though. It was a war. It might also have been a festival. A festival where every person in Hinamizawa joined together in protest. It was a struggle, but it was also fun. It was fun to throw stones at the SWAT team with everyone. We hid ourselves in somebody's home when they chased after us. We'd even go crowd around the police station, demanding the release of our arrested comrades. When we snuck into the construction site and sabotaged it, it felt more like we were playing at war than conducting one. I got so excited back then. I felt united with my fellow members, even though they were strangers to me, and that memory warms my heart. Yes, the way it felt back then was like helping everyone to carry a sacred palanquin through the village, getting all sweaty and exhausted together. Until we all collapsed face first on the ground and shared our excitement and cheers of unfamiliar faces over tea. I was just a kid back then. I remember accompanying young men who worked for my dad out to the village to do various bad things. I was arrested a few times. It didn't feel any different though than when I was called to the teacher's office for forgetting my homework. The other villagers were furious about the dam project, but for those of us who were kids at the time, it's a pretty fun memory. Oh dear. All that came to a sudden end a few years ago. It wasn't only the power of the protest that ended the dam construction project. The Sonozaki family and my dad's organization had worked secretly in the shadows. This is top secret information of the Sonozaki family, but so they may or may have not have kidnapped the Minister of Construction's grandson in order to blackmail him. The grandson was found a few days after the abduction. He was found in the mountains of Higurashi. He didn't simply disappear, and he wasn't deemed away. That means some kind of deal was made secretly. I was going to say that doesn't quite line up with what happened last chapter. However, they had to keep what happened. The police had to keep what happened secret anyway. So that might have been their official statement. A year after that, the dam construction plan was halted indefinitely. The police suspected the villagers' involvement and investigated, but they couldn't find any leads. The villagers never betrayed each other. They'd do anything to protect their fellow man. They fabricated fake alibis and fake evidence. It was easy to deceive the police. Gah. Yeah. The car suddenly shook, snapping me out of it. It must have run over a bump or something. I suddenly realized my expression was a very happy one for some reason. I must be looking forward to going home.
シオンさん、起きてますか？
何？
お帰りですが、沖宮でよろしいですよね？
他にどこに帰んのよ。
I answered straightforwardly with a frown. Kasai then also chose to reply straightforwardly.
シオンさんを全寮制の学園に入学させる決定は、園崎本家当主が下したものです。
I'm guessing not the island.
シオンさんはその学園を抜け出した。どういうことかお分かりですね。
Why would she decide to send her there?
ばあさんの決めた学校が私に合わなかったってだけでしょ。
シオンさん。
わーってるって。うっさいな。
As the head of the Sonozaki family, the hag's decisions are absolute. They're nothing like, say, the 3-second rule. Worse, the decision to confine me to an academy far away from the Sonozaki family was made before I was even born. Really? Shion was the name they gave me. My sister Mion has a character that means demon in her name, or else to signify that she is the successor of demons. In other words, she would be the successor of the Sonozaki family and its demonic bloodline. My name, Shion, has a character that means temple in it. That means I was destined to take the veil and be confined in a temple. Thinking of that reminds me of how much I hate this name of mine. For starters, the person known as Shion is an abominable being to the Sonozaki family. because it meant the family had 2 heirs. I don't have to cite the countless historical examples to explain. It's easy to imagine how that could prove troublesome for succession. According to our long-held family traditions, one of the twins was to be strangled to death right after birth. Unbelievable, isn't it? What that means is that I have to be grateful just to be alive and breathing to this day. I heard the hag actually put her hands around my neck right after I was born. I don't know what exchange took place in that moment. Maybe some brave relative of mine managed to get her to stop, or maybe she was in an extremely good mood that day. Then don't try to strangle me! We're twins. There are no apparent differences between us, but the first one out of my mum's stomach was named Mion, and the second one drew the short straw and got named Shion. Everyone else was desperate to tell us apart, but we sisters just found that it was awfully ridiculous. There wasn't any difference between us. No one could tell us apart, even if we only swapped hats. We wondered why all the grown-ups were trying to see the differences. Well, our fun as twins didn't last forever. One day, they created an undeniable, clear distinction between Mion and Shion. Mion got the tattoo. Mion went to the main Sanzaki house to live with the hag and to learn how to become the successor, and I was to be confined at St. Lucia's. I have no objection to sister's inheritance. I used to be jealous, but now I feel that having to learn about and follow the traditions would just make me tired. I even feel sorry for Mion. So, I'm not going to be a threat to the family, even if I'm back in Nokonomiya. But the hag doesn't seem to think that way. She thinks of me as some kind of evil omen. That's why she wanted to keep me away from her. That doesn't matter to me. I don't want to see her face either. I don't care if she doesn't allow me to enter Hinamizawa. She can charge me 10,000 yen per step I take there. But I want her to let me live in Nokonomiya, where I grew up. When I was little, I was in Hinamizawa, but I don't remember it much. And I'm not very attached to it. I do have good memories of my elementary school days in Nokonomiya. The town isn't very sophisticated, but I kind of like it there.
沖宮の町へ帰れば、親族の誰かの目に触れることになります。やがては必ず本家の知るところになります。
ばあさんの耳に入ったらどうなるかってこと？まあそりゃあやばいことにはなるかもね。
お分かりならいいんですがね。
なーに、葛西。あんた今から私に引き返してあそこへ戻れって言ってるわけ？
No, instead rent a hotel room?
まさか。そんなことは言いませんよ。私が言いたいのは、
相応の覚悟はあるんだろうなってことでしょ。
口先だけでなく、本当に理解してるんならいいんですがね。
ま、そうだろうね。万が一の時は、脱走の手伝いをした葛西も責任は免れないだろうしね。葛西も小指に未練があるなら、今のうちに小指にいっぱいキスをしておいた方がいいんじゃない？
その時はシオンさんも、すまきにされて鬼が淵沼に放り込まれるくらいの覚悟をしてくださいよ。ああ、あるいは本家離れの秘密部屋送りかも。
I heard there's a big torture room in the main Sanazaki house. I've never seen it though. I heard they used it to torture and kill the enemies of a village in there. It's just awful, really. I hope I don't end up as a victim of that place.
はいはい。ま、なんとかなるって。
つくづくシオンさんは姉さんに似ている。その出たとこ勝負的なところが特にです。
そりゃ似るでしょ。実際の母親だもん。
My dad and mum will be furious if they found out about my escape. I'm more afraid of them than the hag. I don't want to go into the details, but my dad is part of the Yakuza. He's in charge of the organization which covers the Shishibone area. He's in a very important position. So is Kasai here. He's an old friend of Dad, who really trusts him. I don't know if this is true, but I heard Kasai used to be very aggressive, though he's gentle now. I also heard he has tons of scars. He was in charge of a few large areas, but after he was injured badly in a fight, he retired. Now he's my dad's consultant, aka a drinking buddy. He was my caretaker in my childhood, and now I feel like he's my butler. At first, I thought my dad asked him to supervise me, so I hated him. But in time, I started to feel like he was on my side. This is just a hunch. But I think Kasai used to be in love with my mum. My dad, mum and Kasai were in a love triangle. Then my dad took the lead in the end. Kasai couldn't leave my mum entirely, so he stayed around as my dad's friend. I can tell that with the way he acts. He's seeing my mum in me. That's why he says I look like my mum every now and then. Kind of gave me the creeps at first, but he isn't a bad guy at all. Interesting tie choice though. And yeah, he is the same guy as one we met in chapter 2. He's actually pretty funny. I only found that out after I got used to him. So, when I thought about escaping, I naturally turned to him. I contacted him in an early stage of my plan and arranged to meet him today. You could call him a conspirator. It's not surprising he's worried about my return to Okonomiya. Considering the rules and traditions, cutting off his pinky finger isn't too far from reality. I might be rolled up in a funeral mat and thrown into the swamp for real, too. Even so, there's only one place for me to return. I'm going to Okonomiya and nowhere else. That's my hometown. This might be a kind of homesickness, but I don't care what it looks like.
実際どうするつもりです。園崎一族の目はそこいら中にありますよ。
まあ、最初はのんびり隠れながら過ごします。仮に姿を見られたって、ミオンだって言い張ればいいんだしね。
それから
で、ほとぼりが冷めてきたら、私に近しい親類から徐々に打ち明けていく。私に味方になってくれる人たちだってそこそこにいるからね。私も親父と大喧嘩した時、あちこちでいろんな人にかくまってもらったし。
なるほど。味方と既成事実を十分に作り上げてから最終的には園崎本家にもおめこぼしをもらおうというつもりですね。うまくいきますかどうか。
行くって。そもそも私を学園送りにする決定だって結構みんな反対してくれてたもんね。あれは私をやたらと嫌ったばあさんの猜疑心からの決定みたいなもんだったし。葛西もそう思うでしょ？
ええ、まあ私もあの決定にはさすがにやりすぎとは思いました。
ばあさんはあれこれ余計なこと考えすぎて正常な思考なんかできなくなってんの。あのダム戦争で神経張り詰めっぱなしだったからまだその時の興奮が抜けきってないんじゃないかな。ったく。
Kasai smiled. I couldn't go to sleep after all, even though I was rolled up in a blanket. Even though I told Kasai to shut up, I kept talking to him. In time, I got tired of talking. As I could feel the car run smoothly on the highway, Kasai spoke to me again.
シオンさん、ほら。
I was so tired that I ignored him. I wondered what he wanted me to look at, but I wasn't that interested. Yet I opened my eyes slightly and saw a sign quickly pass by. Kasai probably wanted me to see that sign. It had an illustration of azaleas around the letters that said, "Welcome to Shishibone City. My hometown is coming right up." It sounds like some new music, and that reminds me, I haven't actually gone through the music yet. So I'm guessing we're going to see some of the stuff from the town from Shion's perspective. In terms of like the events in the first 3 chapters. Oh, more like the second chapter and third maybe. Ooh. New intro, it seems.
愛しく思えばその瞬間に副作用が強くなって壊れ落ちてく歪んだ記憶は非科学的に自分さえも殺しそうで騙し続けた滑らかな感触真っ赤な雫が空さえ染めてゆくから日暮らしの泣く頃もう隠せない震える手を強く抱いて振り下ろせ笑顔のそのためにサイドエフェクト深く深い闇が満ちたら幻覚のバイルスが目を覚ます新しいこの景色さえも罪に支配され私を探す
I'm not going to look too deeply into that in case there's any spoilers, but I did have to laugh at the bad CG there. The notebook's beginning. June 1982. Satoshi Hojo disappeared several days after the Watanagashi festival. Oh. Okay. For some reason I thought that I was talking about Satoko. There were 3 possible reasons for his disappearance. One possibility is that it was an accident. Dead bodies sometimes end up in irrigation channels a few months after a hit-and-run incident. But since the police did a thorough search of the area and hadn't found his body, this possibility seems small. The second possibility is a self-motivated disappearance. Satoshi-kun has been living in dire circumstances. His close friends actually heard him imply he might run away. The police thought he skipped town after killing his aunt. That seemed plausible considering that aspect. But the police arrested another person for the murder, so this hypothesis must also be considered false. The last possibility is that he was involved in the series of mysterious deaths in Hinamazawa. It's also called the Curse of Oyashiro-sama. He fell victim to it and disappeared. Unless Oyashiro-sama's occult power is actually verified, this curse must be the act of humans. It's only natural to assume that Satoshi-kun was made to disappear by someone's will. So the question is, whose? The possibilities are quite limited. The culprit is either a member of the Sonozaki family, a member of the 3 families, or one of their many relatives. The police can assume that easily. I need to think beyond that. Who did it? How did it happen? And why did it have to be done? Why did Satoshi-kun fall victim? What was the motive? Who gave out that order? Who actually did it? The mastermind, culprit, and the truth are all in reach of my grasp. Maybe I'll find them right behind my back. But even so, I can't reach everywhere. There are parts of my back I have to make an effort to reach, clenching my teeth and cracking my joints so the tips of my fingers can barely touch them. Truth isn't hidden in places like those. I'm writing this because I need to organize my thoughts and memories. Nobody will read it other than myself. But if somebody does, that means that I either threw these notes away because I no longer needed them, or I fell victim to the curse of Voyageur somehow in the middle of my attempt to solve the mystery. If it was the former, that's okay. But if it was the latter, please, I want you to help me. Please help this powerless young girl. So I'm guessing this is, especially since it says the notebook's beginning, this is, well, we're probably going to get in the next chapter that what Shion's trying to do now that she's here is, when she hears about this, murder, well, serial murder thingy, she's going to want to try to solve it, because she thinks it's fun. Possibly. Although that last bit, maybe not. So it's 82. The fifth year of a series of mysterious deaths in Hinamizawa, also known as Oishira's Summer's Curse, 1 year prior to Keiichi Maibara's transfer. I didn't hear a wake-up chime. I'm not in school anymore. My brain is half asleep, but I'm aware of that. Waking up at the same time as the chime would go off at school doesn't feel good. I can't go back to sleep after this. Still, I'm not going to live in a torturous school life anymore. I can make today either happy or boring. It's up to me. Yay, that's really positive. I feel like I'm alive for the first time in a while. I didn't have any other clothes, so I was still wearing the school track uniform. It's supposed to have been designed by some famous Italian person, but it just looks plain to me. It really doesn't feel great to still be enclosed from that school. I want to enjoy my freedom as soon as possible. I especially don't want to walk around outside wearing it. I should have Kasai bring me some new clothes later. And I should think of redecorating this room. After all, this is going to be my castle from now on. This is a room in a gorgeous apartment building in the suburbs of Okunomiya. The property is one a relative in my dad's conglomerate and obtained after foreclosure due to some sort of dispute. Most of the residents moved in during that. So while there are plenty of rooms, it's a lonely complex that feels devoid of people. Plus, with the exception of the manager and a scant 1 or 2 others, all the residents are shady-looking people connected to my dad. Probably won't be much longer before the virtuous residents are driven out. The apartment I'm living in used to be the room they used for viewings, so it looks like a room in a business hotel. It's fully furnished, but lacking in daily necessities. I'll buy those things over time though.
むしろその方がいいよね。自分の部屋っていう実感が湧くし。
I nodded to myself. It might have looked stupid, but it helped psych me up. At the school, there was a TV only in the common room. We weren't allowed to watch any cable channels. I zapped through all those channels as a form of emancipation. It was early in the morning, so nothing interesting was on. But I enjoyed it anyway. Commercials are fun to watch. Kasai dropped by with lunch right when I started to feel hungry.
シオンさん、おはようございます。
I think I'll turn down the voice volume
ゆうべはよく眠れましたか？
between episodes.
ソファーに毛布でゴロ寝は結構辛いです。やっぱ日本人はちゃんと布団敷いて床に寝ないとね。たくあんが美味しい。
それはよかった。後で必要なものを教えてください。可能な限り揃えるようにします。
ありがとう。あ、でもそんなに気を使わないでいいです。私の好きで始めた生活だし。葛西だってたかられたらお財布持たないでしょ
I have to be serious about my plan. Can't let myself take advantage of Kasai's wallet forever.
バイトでもしようと思います。生活費くらいは自分で稼がないとね。私が選んだ生活なんだから自分で何とかするのは当然。
それはたくましい限りです。でもいいんですか？外を歩けばやがては親族の誰かに見つかりますよ。
I'll end it here for today. I hope you all enjoyed. Let me know any feedback you have in the comments, and until next time, see ya.